Banami Kada, Banami Yazer, Bakshayan Rain, Bakshayan Yazgar, Meherbain. Shnot Rauri Mazdao, Nimasatiyantish Mazdao, Yodao, Mazishtan, Yazeta, Shim, Bahu, Vahishte, Mastin. Ushtalastin, Ushtav, Mani, Yetashai, Vahishtai, Yashim. Banami Yazdai, Navramazda, Kadaya, Vazuni, Gurze, Kodaya, Vazayan. Atesh, Dadgadar, Farazama, Gnapate, Pashe, Manum. Azar Harvastin, Dushmatain. Usmayuzarish Vaurar Menti Division was Penishta Minimas Davungu Yazavada, Ashans Magomananga, Seratuna Fedra, Rushani, Rishimoin, Yavia Vifra, Bashatreyo, Shishmanango, Spendar, Midishania, Production Yai, other times at Tushtra and Western Kakeo, Nelly Poratatim, and Angascham Girish dying, Shotanaya, Shaya Chokdakia, Saroshin Chatrin Chai. Shnot Rauri Mazdao, Nimasatiyantish Mazdao, Yodao, Mazishtan, Yazeta, Shim, Bahu, Vahishte, Mastin, Ushtalasti, Ushtav, Mani, Yetashai, Vahishtai, Yashim, Ashim, Bahu, Vahishte, Mastin, Ushtalasti, Ushtav, Mani, Yetashai, Vahishtai, Yashim, Ashim, Bahu, Vahishte, Mastin, Ushtalasti, Ushtav, Mani, Yetashai, Vahishtai, Yashim. Fravrani Mastin, Yasnoza, Kushtrish, Videvo, Natakisho. Uzirinaya Shauni, Shira, Kavia, Snitcher, Mancha, Snotrancha, Persisting, Chai, Frada, Vidai, the Q Mancha, Shauni, Shira, Kavia, Snitcher, Mancha, Snotrancha, Persisting, Chai. Athrorim is dog with the Vadish, but Throrim is dog, Throrim is dog with Tray. Karinanga, Savangam is the doctor, and Karnam is doctor, Nakavi, Chekarnangam is the doctor, Athrorim is dog with Tray. Kavoy Shaus Ravanga, Varoy Shaus Ravanga, Snavanta, Varoish was the doctor, Chai Jishta, Varoish was the doctor, Kavye Chakarnangam was the doctor, Athrorim was dog with Tray. Ravante, Garoish was the doctor, Kavye Chakarnangam was the doctor, Athrorim was dog with Tray. After she spent the Tishtar, is at the Polo Karnanga, is at the Polo Vishes, Athrorim was dog with Tray. Mother Spavia, Travia, Shaka, the Fedra Nedia, Sangain is at the hay. Schnotra is Nature, Maicha, Schnotrancha, Persisting, Henchai. Yatahum venio zalta from a marute tire to shocking Kachafara, Ashava with Val Marutu. Yes, Nincha, Mincho, Beretin, Choshtaberetin, Chavantaberetin, Chafrina, Mitavatish, Putrali, Mazdao. Yes, near him, yes, never young, Milamana, Mushakana, Mushtaba, my name, yes, it was a prize I pay. I smart as to, I smart as to, Gauss as to, Havan as to. Right here, we are like the body, we are like the between, we are like the person, we are financial, we are the money, we are put our names down. South be in a money, but South be in a money, Rauchay be in a money, or shut be in a money, check a piece of money, or pass around for Shakir, the Surya, Dunya for Shakir Toin. Diam Yardish put our names down, so Katre Masu Tridim, Masu Jitim, Pauru Katram, Pauru Tridim, Pauru Jitim, Steams upon a Kashlivrim. His Vamunush, the Basara, Masitamazan, Lapariat, and the Young Pastrika, Hamber, Tim. It was a Nama Fayan, Tishamashnam, Tishatnam, Chasi, the Garden, the Shamas, Nam present in Kasharazam. Vyakanam, Radam, Baba, Savijim, Haviram, Yam, Ifadai, Namani, Cherby, Saint Chess, and Tumchat, Vacuum Chair, and Gusa Sting Chain. Dialmia, Tish, Putraurim, Diamond, the Prasangal, which I Ishtemo, Shonam, Rocham Games, Pokatrim. Zazebe Vangauch is the Vangauch, Rava Himne, General Gavangaris, Fabia, Sustain, Variety, Arashas, Arabia, Pashaka, Ninja, Sulincha, Vispera Hatches, Teoberetin, Josh, Veretin, Chapanta, Veretin, Speaker Mine. Vispanam parajarinda matres zastadi diachimaka shivate prechretvo Arne shaidatrim spentenis meditatmem hantem ratishtarim Argyezishem beretismem vashavaritim barismavo shavrasperitim Uvaram vagna patamahe paschedefrenai diakashmazdavreshnatadishtadangum Upatva kshedyoshmatva venam parutas upatva veres vachamano veres vantichai Akshayanguyo lakshanguya djegeshaut avshapano yajvaimatatura frivanim Yom mai kujoches perishta shemelejet yozdavtai Yatahu Beriyatai, Doshachi, and Chavungi, which is Davening, go shopping, and I'm gay, which must die. Shatring Charayan, the Leg of Yoder was starring, Yatahu Beriyatai, to the Shachi Hachai. Vange, which is Davening, go shopping, and I'm gay, which must die. Shatring Charayan, the Leg of Yoder was starring. Yes, name Chavam, name Chav, just says, Abedi Chafri Naming. Atro Remus Dao, put third of Atish, put throw Remus Dao, Atro Remus Dao, put third. Karinango samangam mazadate herinam karnamazdatadam kavyecha karnangam mazadate hathorim mazdaputre kavo ishos lavangevaro ishos lavangas naminta garo ish mazdatahim chaijishtevaro ish mazdatahim kavyecha karnangam mazdatahim hathorim mazdaputre Raymante garo ish mazdatahim kavyecha karnangam mazdatahim hathorim mazdaputre Altash spentaratish tarin zatapor karnanga yazatapor veshazathorim mazdaputre Mata spavio atravio shatrana fedra nerio sangahin yzatahin Hashem vahum vahishtem astim shtamai Yedashayim vahishtayin Hashem Hashem vahu vahishtem astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Hashem vahu vahishtem astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Atrai atrai maraj gavantem ashavsem ayashishtim avantem stoila pentem chitravangim Atmasgara vishente zashtai shtai zdarishtai nangim Hashem vahu vahishtem astim Vashtai shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Ammayascha karenascha maitan vodravakatem ammaitan vodasdavari ammaitan vodvaretrem Ammayishitim baru khatram ammayasnam chitvazentim ammaydaregam darego jitim Ammayavishtem omshonam rajangim vispokhatrem Atajam yayatafrinam yashim vavishtem astim shtastiv shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Hazangarim besijanam baivare besijanam Hazangarim besijanam baivare besijanam Hazangarim besijanam baivare besijanam Hashem vavishtem astim shtastiv shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Jasami avangim mazdai, Jasami avangim mazdai, Jasami avangim mazdai Amahim dashtem radevare tagna vardhata evanenti ashapar tato Ramno kastravanya shapalake yadradhatvinyi shtamayim Ayatatte vanyate asti spantam hinyam kavashim kadate zavani karne zavani darego kadate Hashem vavishtem astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Kerfe muzdal gunaguzarish narakunam shayavam dushamram Kerfe maviyan yaktakishwar zamin penai Ruddarana kashit balabundiyan beresai Ashobid dezin yatajam yan yatafrinam Yashim vavishtem astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Roznik nam roz patnam roz mubarak Mino ram mahi mubarak Kordaram ishaspen gahe uzirin Namaz dadari gihen damain shnat raurim izdal Namaz satiyat dashmazdal yadal mazishlen yazet Hashem vavishtem astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Gruze kare aval zanyai ratash Nadgadar farai Araran shapiruz gararan vishaspadar Kordarada gurzim mehera vayadaran Hashem kipadat ganishastin sted Gruze kare aval zanyai Mino karkamavanda piruz garamavandi piruz gararan Bemazdin yasnan Nodai davai kofringani badav Takishvar zamine drimbai Manana vayishiden Manana vayishiden Manana vayishiden Hashavne Hashem vahu vahishtem astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Dada rinke haindine mazdin asnidare zartrishtine masata sham sarishtere Drisarana Yedashai Hashem vahu vahishtem astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Nemor vairevum mazadhatahi Hashavne Hashem vahu vahishtem astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Shnat raurim mazdal nimasatiyatash mazdal yadal mazishten yazet Hashem vahu vahishtem astim Vishtal astim shtamai Yedashai vahishtai Hashem Benami kuda benami vizay bakshayim ne bakshayim zger meherbayim Nam Satayish Normas, the Mavidamas, the Mavidami is this, Penomin, Reshminaminas, Kodeshek, Namaramas, the Kodai, Maestra Tavanamana, Kandatana, Kavar, Shidara Visa, this time, Mazus, Perseveral, Daspian, Pia, Fever, Pekishikambati, Zordana, Shashamish, Aspendan, Vicious, Vendoshin, Maestra Rotman, Ogardas, Manu Kurtava, Babin, Satarevashta, Nabal, the Rayava, Teshizamino, Guspanda, Teshesta. Omerdum is a Shnaniash at a Kitty, Mekanaza, Heshna, Padavash, Venada, Sherish, Hankain, Lying Narish, Laman, Palakman, is a Shnepa, is divine. Namaz is Praga, Shakava, Kishvaresti, Pazatushas, Peter Maya, Show, Marovai, Asha, Mandi, Danish, Nevalash, Nasnikra, Digosute, Kerali, Shani, Darish, Pahastana, Budana, Medine. From the Marcus Pinta to Bedro, Parish as the Zagbada, and the Pelamakan, Russian, and Nikesh, Pafarmanito cover, Pafarmanito cover, Parigamina, Mogoyama, Verzine, Dina Viziasto, and Home Park, and Fairvax, Bazaliz, and Hokurashasi, the Kunashni, Parazashni, Fox, Zorani, Generation, Innovation, Ovido, Shokirai, Pakami, the Kefega, Kavan, Kalabatish, Nabebanashni, Begavashni, Verzashni. Vashaim la Hiroshan Kiuna Rasal Giran Kozel Zabalidan Pachenda Rasamana Vesta Kurboye, Alvis Pepeside Makarange, Satayish Navakshida Kodaku Kami Kerpe Padesh Nikunenda Farman Rainy Darain, Avadum Budget Davandana Just the Zakabi Zevinare Vispine, Satayish Nedara Uramas Dalvis Pagai Tavana Tavanger, Haftami Shaspenda Beram Yezet Piruzgar Vishman Zarami Tashte Verisign. Hashem Vishnu, Steve Star, Mani, the Shai Vishta, Hashem, Satayish Nedada, Ramasdar, Vispada, Tavan, Garatami, Shaspendaim, Beram, Yezet, Pios, Gerishman, Zaram, Tashne, Beresai, Hashem Vishnu, Steve Star, Mani, Yet Shai Vishta, Hashem, Satayish Nedada, Ramasdar, Vispada, Tavan, Garatami, Shaspendaim, Beram, Yezet, Pios, Gerishman, Zaram, Tashne, Beresai, Hashem Vahu. Vahishte Mastim Star, Mani, the Shai Vishta, Shame. Banami, Kuda, Banami, Yazay, Bakshayin, Day Bakshayin, Yazgar, Meherbain. Yatahum, Velio, Tai, Retul, Shachi, the Chow, which was down and go, Shatter, and I'm which was dying. Shatrim Jarayan, the League of Yoda, Bastari, Tahu, Velio, Tai, Retul, Shachi, the Chow, which was down and go, Shatter, and I'm which was dying. Shatrim Chaurayam, the Lake of Yoda Bastarim, Thunderusting days, Ivashni Avan, Koren, Garishin, is done, one is done, Egiptian of Tami Shaspendine, Miezdarushan, Hamid, the Resign, Indo Yabain, in Koyabarami, and the Kassain, Razat, Tushtalin, Sharbare, in Bariabari, Kuda, and the Alam Rai, Hamai, Anjumin Rao. Samesta in Juman Raba, Farzinda in Hazar Sal, Dev Vidar, Shad Vidar, Tandarusti Vidar, Ivan Vidar, Marsalar Zania, Salah in Vishyavakana in Vishumar Bakiva Pain Vidahai, Sal Hazara in Hazar Afrin Bai, Sal Kujastain Bai, Rose Faruk Bai, Mahamubarak Bai, Chandan Sal, Chandan Rose, Chandan Madisyar, Sal Zanida, Yuzashne, Vania Yashne. Varani was Orbarashna Shindara Variama Karo Kirfin High, Thunderustin Bahai, Nakin by Kubaregan Baregan Teres by Payas Dynami Shaspendan Kami by Dhain Vine, Putra Vine, Yushya Vine, Lakshmi Vine, Vriddhi Vine, Vidya Vine, Vijay Vine, Roji Vine, Charitra Vine, Shukrana Dadar Yakin Bishop Beguman, Ekpak Din Mazdan Yasmiza Tushras Pita Vine. Ashone Hashem Vahum, Vahishte Mastin Shta, Mai, Yet Hashain, Vahishtai Hashem. Indians. Only people want to. You don't have to. evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would just like to end today by giving a very short explanation on the boy ceremony that I just performed today. So, essentially, fire was always considered something very useful, right from the pre-Zoroastrian times when we were in the cold Iranian or central steppes of what today would be Russia, and coming from the cold mountains as a civilization. We always used fire in all our day-to-day activities and always created our fire and had it always burning in our houses. So instead of having a microwave oven and a cooker like we would have today, we would always have the fire burning back in there. So what we performed today as part of the boy ceremony is first reciting the litany to the fire, or the Atashni Niyaj, where we praise fire for being the best form of energy that it is, but also for giving us the warmth and the reason for us surviving in this universe. So without energy, of course, the universe would cease to exist. So the Atashni Niyaj just praises the fire for all the different things that it benefits us. And the next prayer that I recited was a Duanam Sataishni, a more modern version of a benediction prayer. And finally, we ended with the very famous Pazin Tandurusti, Tan meaning body, Durusti meaning health, a prayer for the health and well-being of the body, which goes as follows. So righteousness is, to perform any righteous tasks, strength of the body is absolutely essential, and health of the body is absolutely essential. So we pray for the health and well-being of all of our living participants of the ceremony. But not only them, we also pray for all the citizens of this land, the head of the state, the ruler of the land, and then we say all the people who sometimes are mentioned by names within your Jashan ceremonies when you recite the Tandurusti. And you say, may they live for 1,000 years, full of joy and health. May the day be auspicious, the year memorable, and the month very fruitful. And then, of course, when the Parsis migrated from Iran to India, they added a little Sanskrit Tandurusti towards the end, which again is recited at the Iran Shatish Biram Udwara, and it goes as follows. May you be blessed with wealth that brings with it much happiness, physical strength, physical success, and most importantly, a good character. And we thank Zarathustra for spreading the philosophy of the Mazda Yasni faith, or the wisdom worshipping faith. And we thank Zarathustra and hopefully we will imbibe that philosophy into our day-to-day lives. So, Athar Jamia Yatha Prinami, as it may be so, even as we pray. And just for some of our friends who might have not been to a boy ceremony in India, a boy ceremony happens at all the 5 periods of what we would call a Zoroastrian day, where at the change of the watch, or when it's basically in a fire temple context, it allows the priest to constantly monitor the fire and feed the fire 5 times a day at least, if not more. But also it allows people to come together as well if they did want to attend a ceremony at a fire temple, and it will always be done at the start of the period of the day. And back in the day, I think these periods were made, and as good Zoroastrians, we were supposed to be praying in all 5 periods of the day, called the Farajiyat, or the obligatory prayers, which I guess is just about us staying on the right path and reminding ourselves to strengthen our conscience and keep on staying on the right path. So that's why people in the olden days used to have a short Farajiyat, or obligatory prayer, at the start of every day, and the boy ceremony marks that start as well. So I think the gaze would be from sunrise to 12 in the afternoon, from 12 to 3, from 3 to sunset, from sunset to midnight, and from midnight to sunrise. So that was the significance, a little bit of the boy ceremony. Thank you. Thank you. I think that concludes. I think there might be a few more refreshments at the bottom. I'm sure there's some left. And if anyone wants to take a few parcels home, maybe